Hi folks, we're going to take a look at number 6 from page 344. So it's a parallelogram question, but it's given a little differently than the ones we've seen so far, where they've given us 3 points, and then from there we create vectors. Here they're actually giving us the specific vectors that are forming two sides of this parallelogram. Okay, and remember that O here represents the origin. So there's my origin, and let's say this is vector OA. So that's 3, 2, negative 6. And then here I've got vector OB, which is negative 6, 6, negative 2. Okay. And so they want us to find the vectors representing the diagonals. So let's draw out our parallelogram here. And this is where we remember that the diagonals are actually given by operating on these two vectors. So this diagonal here, okay, so let's say I call this point C. So this is going to be the vector OC. Will represent one diagonal, and that's gotten by adding these two vectors. Okay, so the vector OC is going to be OA plus OB. Okay, so OA is 3, 2, negative 6, plus OB is negative 6, 6, negative 2. And so we add these together. 3 minus 6 is negative 3. 2 plus 6 is 8. And negative 6 minus 2 is negative, where am I here? Negative 8. Okay. All right. So let's go on to the other diagonal, which is this one here. And I could draw this in two ways. I can draw it in this direction or the other direction, and that'll give me two different vectors. They don't specify which one, so I'll just choose to draw it here. Okay. Now, since this was OB, this is the point B, and this is the point A. So for the other diagonal, I'll take the vector BA. Of course, I could have also taken the vector AB, and that would have just been the opposite vector. And since this is joining the two tips of these diagonals, we know that it's going to be the subtraction. All right, so it's going to be second minus first, so it's going to be OA minus OB. All right, so 3, 2, negative 6 minus negative 6, 6, negative 2. And so here, just do that by working with the components. So 3, this is going to be plus 6, it's going to be 9. 2 minus 6, negative 4. Whoops. And negative 6 plus 2 is another negative 4. And so there we have it. Now, had you gone from A to B, you should have just gotten negative 9, 4, 4. Okay, so just to recap this one here, little different from the other one because they actually gave us the vectors that make up the sides of this parallelogram, and it's there that we realize that adding those vectors and subtracting those vectors are what give us the diagonals. All right, so in part B, they want us to determine the angle between the sides of the parallelogram. All right, now there's two different angles here, but I'm going to focus on this angle, which I'll call theta. And the reason why I focus on that one is it's the angle between these two vectors, OA and OB. And then from there, once I know this angle, I can then find the other angle, which is just going to be supplementary. Okay, and then I'll have all four angles since there's two pairs of equal angles. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to work with this triangle. Okay, and essentially I have all three sides because I can find the magnitudes of these three side lengths, and then I'm going to use the cosine law. Okay, so we'll start with the magnitude of OA. Okay, so where's OA here? So that's the square root, and I won't write everything out. So 3 squared is 9, plus 2 squared is 4, plus negative 6 squared is 36. Okay, so that gives us 49. Square root of 49 is 7, so that's nice. The magnitude of OB, square root of, so it's going to be 36 plus 36 plus 4. Okay, so here 36 and 4 is 40, plus 36, 76, so square root of 76. And then here we need this BA, magnitude of BA. Okay, and we'll go from there. So that's the square root of, so 81 plus 16 plus 16. Okay, so that's 32, so that's 81, 111, so 113. Okay, 113. And so now we have all three sides of this triangle. All right, So I'm going to use the cosine law here. So theta is going to be the cos inverse of, so its opposite side is this side here. So it's going to be root 113 squared, which is just 113, minus root 76 squared, which is 76, minus 7 squared, which is 49, all over negative 2 times 7 times square root of 76. All right, and let's calculate that here. All right, so cos inverse of, open the bracket, 113 minus 76 minus 49 divided by negative 2 times 7 times square root of 76. And that gives us 84.36. 84.36. And then we'll find the other vector. So just subtract that from 180. It's going to be 95.64. So 95.64 degrees. Okay, so just to specify here that I'll call this the angle phi. All right. Perfect. So let's just recap this here. So here we use the fact that we could find the angle between these two vectors. So this angle here by using the side lengths of OA, OB, and BA. I could have also found this one here since I also had these three side lengths. Okay. So whichever way you would have gotten one, and then you could easily find the other. All right. That's it for this one.